Hi, and welcome to Faces and Places of New York. I'm your host, Frank Omar, and we haven't been taping in a long time due to the pandemic, due to the new studios that are being built in New York City, downtown Manhattan, by 38th Street. So at this time, we are taping in our sister facility, the Firehouse MNN, Manhattan Neighborhood Network Firehouse El Barrio, which is very nice. They're very gracious and a wonderful staff facilitators. And that, with all that said and the introduction done, I'm gonna we're gonna talk a little bit about current events with my guest, which is Frank Duhart. He'll be talking also, or the main issue of the show is the introduction of the basketball tournament season for this year, 2023. Welcome, Frank. What's going on? What
Welcome,
happened?
welcome. Yes. We was just here, long time guests and long time friends of Faces and Places. And we came to basically promote and invite everyone to come out for the opening day of the 2023 tournament for the Carmenville Park Battlegrounds Classic Basketball 17 and under tournament. It will be starting June 27th. Opening day will be at 4:30 p.m. And we invite everybody to come out and enjoy the show and enjoy the entertainment.
Before we go into it, I
Mm.
wanted to touch bases in what's going on in the city. You know, we love New York City, but sometimes it
Yes.
turns dangerous.
Yes.
Have you noticed so many shootings lately?
Yeah.
And
I've
we have
seen
like
that.
strong police presence. I
Mhm.
see them in the subway, I see them on the streets. It's not that I
Mhm.
don't see policemen, because I
Right.
do see them.
Mm.
And actually, one, I think over the weekend, got shot in
Mm.
Queens.
Mm. Wow. I didn't
What do
hear
you think?
about
What's
that.
going on with these too many
Well, I think
shootings?
it's a lot of guns coming into the city, and a lot of kids getting their hands on guns, which is unfortunate. And we actually want to see a safer New York City without all of these guns that have been getting on the streets easily. And of course, there's no guns made in New York City, so we have to figure out where's the source coming from and stop these guns from getting into the hands of young children.
But also, adults are shooting people and killing people.
Yeah, but it's a lot of kids who, in my eyes, are still kids if they're 21 or younger. But of course, society looks at them as adults, but I look at them as still just
Kids.
older kids.
And that is a it's not like the main topic of the main issue. It's not like we are doing like a show on gun control in the city
Right.
in New York. The question is that the whole country is under like an
Yes, I
epidemic.
heard about it. In Louisville, they had some
You
kid,
remember?
and
And
he
the
shot up the school and all that. It's very troubling and very worrisome about what's going on as far as
but for the
a
first
society.
time 2 Sundays ago, because my pastor's friend
Mm.
is from the little girl that got shot.
Mm.
My pastor's the father is friends with my pastor, like
Mm.
Michael Keller. I go to
Okay.
Redeemer Presbyterian LSQ Lincoln
Okay.
Square Church.
Okay.
During the sermons, he was like
Mm.
shaking because it was a close. Because when you don't know
Right.
anybody and they get shot, you feel
Mhm.
for them because they don't want nobody to get shot like
That's
normal
right.
person. But when you know the person and the face, you put it
Yes.
together, you get emotionally, you suffer. It's
Mhm.
sad.
Yes, it's very sad.
But let me tell you something personal. For the
Mm.
first time in my life, I thought that now you have to be prepared. I say, what if somebody come to church today and kill us and shoot? So
Mm-hmm.
where do I duck? Like, do I go down on the floor? What do I
Yes.
do? For the first time, because
Mm-hmm.
we never had those thoughts.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
And like now, parents taking the kids to
Mm-hmm.
school,
Mm-hmm.
like they don't know if they're gonna see them again, or
That's right.
churches, schools, public
Mhm.
schools, private schools, colleges. Because
Mhm.
remember Virginia,
Yeah, that's
and other
right.
shootings.
Couple colleges that happened.
And the manufacturer, the NRA, they don't feel sorry for them.
Mm-mm. Nope. They don't. They don't want the gun laws to change, and it's a big part of American history, as far as guns and people having the right to bear arms.
Which is
So-
okay.
Right.
But the
Something
United
needs to happen.
citizens of the civility
Mhm.
is not asking to take any guns away from people.
Yeah.
It's just like simple measurements, like
Mhm.
crazy people, background checks,
Mhm.
you know, psychologically bother people. Like
Mhm.
that's simple because they're very careful.
That's
When
right.
they have the gun shows, there's no weapons allowed to anybody. Everybody
That's
has to
right.
be unarmed.
That's
So
right.
you see the double standard.
Yeah, that's right.
So why don't
Mhm.
they let anybody walk in and
Mhm.
carry, like, you know,
That's right.
NR-37?
Yeah, it's getting a lot worse too, which is sad to say, but numbers
Also,
show that
yeah.
shootings are up
Yeah,
than the same
statistics.
time last year. Right, so
Yeah,
that's very unfortunate.
yeah,
But
statistic.
the good thing about the actual discussions that has been happening because of these tragedies is that people are trying to come up with a solution to stop the gun violence in the city. So hopefully we can get something going, like maybe a restorative justice program.
How hopeful are you? I'm not hopeful. How
Yeah.
hopeful are you?
Well, I think that we're definitely beginning to